Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to give my review of Witches by Daisuke Igarashi. This is a 7 Seas release, large trim size, as you can see, sort of embossed parts and matte finish parts. There's the back cover as well, and the spine. So Daisuke Igarashi, if you don't know, is the mangaka behind Children of the Sea, which is a Viz release. I believe it's 5 volumes long. I do have a review of that one on my channel as well if you're interested in checking that out. Daisuke Igarashi's artwork is stunning. It's phenomenal. I was very excited to see that we were getting more work from this mangaka, and intrigued that it was 7 Seas that picked this up and not Viz. But yeah, I was interested. I am not normally super interested in witches particularly. Like I'm not really a fantasy sort of reader. Not to say I don't have any fantasy series on my shelf, because I do, but it's not something I jump at. The only reason I bought this is because I really liked Daisuke Igarashi and wanted to read more. But if this had just like come out, I probably wouldn't have purchased it unless I heard really, really good things about it. But this is a bunch of stories about witches through various points of history, I believe. Each one sort of follows a different situation. And we kind of go, oh, here's a really good one. Throughout history and watch kind of these very different perspectives of witches throughout time, throughout the universe, throughout different societies and whatnot. Now, I will say, as with Children of the Sea, there were parts of this that did not make much sense to me. This is definitely something that will warrant a reread for me to kind of fully understand what's happening. But as with Children of the Sea, the artwork is so phenomenal that you just get so sucked into what you're reading. And I think that I don't personally have a problem with not understanding fully what's happening the first time I read something. So I don't have a problem with the fact that I read some of these stories made more sense to me than others did. And I just know that that means that at some point I will reread this and try and figure out what pieces I was missing and what I was and wasn't understanding. But I think for the artwork alone, this is a really stunning collection. And if you appreciate artwork in manga and can look past the fact that some of these stories are a little bit confusing, then I'm sure you will get some enjoyment out of this. But honestly, I felt the same with Children of the Sea, right? Like I read it, I was a little bit confused at some parts, but the artwork was so stunning that it just honestly didn't matter. And that when I do inevitably go and reread these titles, I will probably get a little bit more out of them than I did the first time. But yeah, there's not really much to say. I do recommend this. I think that you should go pick this up. It's really stunning. And, you know, even as somebody who doesn't enjoy sort of fantasy type stories, I did really, really enjoy this one. And I liked how each story, while sort of connected, each had a very different sort of vibe to it, because it was kind of set in a different place. And you really get to see the amazing artwork in ways of like sort of more nature-like scenes versus more city scapes and islands life versus, you know, more of a modern sort of thing. And I like, there's just really, really interesting, intricate artwork that is so stunning. Yeah, if you've read Witches, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you've read anything else by Daisuke Igarashi, I believe these are the only two titles we have released in English. But if you've read some of the Japanese stuff, because I'm sure that this mangaka has more released in Japanese that we don't have access to here, I'd love to hear your thoughts and perspective on some of the titles that I have not had the chance to read yet. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.